After the big win over Tennessee Martin, Dan Mullen said his offense needed to focus on the details. I think he's right. For the second consecutive game, the offense struggled to hit a high gear because one or two small things went wrong on too many plays. Here's a sampling of the kind of details that need attention. Some of these are successful plays anyway, but you can see how they could be better with improved execution. On the first play of the game, the primary options appear to be Van Jefferson and Freddie Swain out to the right. Felipe Franks rolls out in that direction, and you can see his head looking that way. UT Martin did a good job covering those two, but Trevon Grimes has come wide open in the middle of the field. Franks never looks his way, and instead will dump it off to Kyle Pitts for 5 yards up the sideline. The Gators stay on schedule with a good first down gain, so you can't complain too much about him making the safe play, but he could have had double the yardage if he saw Grimes. The second play is when Kadarius Toney reversed field and almost lost a ton of yardage. The reason he felt it necessary is poor perimeter blocking. Grimes and LaMichael Pirine aren't able to successfully double-team a defensive back, putting a defender in Toney's face. The upside over there is limited because the Skyhawks only kept 4 in the box and dropped everyone else, but a good double team would have allowed for a decent gain. A few plays later, Pirine will take a handoff behind zone blocking. At first he wants to run behind the left side of the line, even though UTM has 2 players coming around the edge over there. If he had seen that and went right, there's a huge lane between Jean Delance and Kyle Pitts. He still picks up the first down, but his hesitation allows one of the guys from the left to clip him for a short gain. Delance can't hold his block for long, but Pirine would have been clear of the area had he gone right from the start. On the first play of the second drive, UT Martin will do a twist with the defensive end diving inside and the linebacker looping around him. Florida will run a counter that way, with Pirine faking a move to his left before going right. He has both Brett Heggie and Kyle Pitts as lead blockers. Pitts doesn't recognize the twist and never sees the linebacker, who greets Pirine in the backfield. There was going to be running room to the right, but not with the defender in his face 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Here later on is a quick screen to Grimes. Delance and Chris Bleich will fake a regular pass block before going upfield. Pitts and Delance are the edge blockers, and both initially go to block the linebacker out there. Delance sees Pitts has him and then tries to square up his shoulders first before attacking the 2 defensive backs. Both of those brief hesitations are enough to make him late to the block, and Grimes gets tripped up. Had Delance gotten to the defenders a fraction of a second earlier, Grimes takes it to the house because Bleich has the linebacker covered. Grimes picks up the first down, but it could have been a lot more. On this run, Heggie will combo block the defensive tackle with Nick Buchanan before releasing to the second level to get to the linebacker. He's late on his release, though, which allows the linebacker to meet Pirine in the running lane. That's how a gain of 10 or so ends up a gain of 3. Here, UTM will do another twist with the defensive end and linebacker. It will also send a blitzing defensive back who's out of the frame to the right side. Initially, things work properly with Bleich and Delance handling the twist, and Delance successfully kicks out to pick up the blitzer. In doing so, he passes the linebacker off to Bleich. Bleich should pass the defensive end off to Buchanan, who is already helping out with that block, and take the linebacker. He doesn't, and that flushes Franks from the pocket. Franks makes a good play to dump it off to Josh Hammond for 15 yards, so this detail didn't cost the team too badly. Florida did fix up a lot of details for the second half. Here is the second play after halftime, and it's a short yardage run. Pitts makes a ceiling block at the top, Lucas Kroll makes one at the bottom, and Heggie is out in the second level engaging the linebacker there. Pirine has a huge lane to the right, and he easily picks up the first down. The Gators weren't flawless after the break, but they cleaned up most of the small messes from the first half. The play calls were good, and Franks played an excellent game, so when the execution was there, the offense moved freely. If Florida can manage to find consistency on the small stuff, the offense will be able to fulfill its potential.